Diggity dog. Breaking. 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 Diggity dog.
Ha ha ha. Hello everyone, welcome. It's MyGM and it's time for 2K22 and we're gonna do a live breakdown. You wanna know what the breakdown is? It's basically me looking at this, go, here's Tim the Tap Man. Goes through some doors. Here's Brandon. BDE, there you go. One of the bad guys. DDD, New Day. Lexa, Riddle, some chair shots, blah 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 blah. Get some gameplay. Simple as that. And we get through the end. And that's it. Whole video, it hits different, game over. No, we will do a proper going through all on this. Talking of which, starting off the bat, we're going to go straight on to, I'm going to put on my PS5. And you can see that full games for WWE, we have the default edition, the cross-gen bundle, the deluxe edition, and the NW for Life edition. We've got multiple editions. Some of these are digital only. Some of them are can be done in physical, and you'll get supercard rewards if you do it. Different price points as well. We are 65 for the PS5 version. I think we're 55 on the PS4 copy. Cross-gen version costs 70 quid, so you can play both on PS4 and PS5. Deluxe edition is $84.99, digital only and exclusive to game in the UK, if I remember rightly. And the NW for Life edition is digital only at £104.99p. We're going to talk about the graphics and everything like that. I will happily say it's one of the best trailers in years for wrestling games. By far, a fantastic trailer. My disappointment is in the gameplay and lack of new animations again, and we will delve into everything on that trailer again. Let's see what it says here. Oh yeah, because there's new screenshots and everything. Some of these screenshots are phenomenal. Rock looks insane. I'm doing good, James. I'm doing good. It's phenomenal. This is obviously PS5 images. It's got to be, surely. Oh, Rock looks great. I think I'll press O to back up. Cena looks fantastic. There's no arguments here. Some of these screenshots are awesome. But I need to put the trepidation of Oh, people have spotted t-shirts in the crowd in the very first video, but there wasn't really anything I caught up on this time that made, oh yeah, this is something new. There probably was, I was just not paying attention. I got frustrated with the gameplay. There's a lot. Gameplay's a lot different, and until I get my hands on it, I can't speculate on it. I know the Vibe guys got to play it early, and they say it's completely different gameplay experience with combos and combo breakers, is what I've heard from the interviews that Lionel has done with Vibe and with Brian. But the fact that we're seeing in the trailers old move animations, you know, it gives you food for thought. That's for sure. Cena looks great. Asuka looks awesome as well. Look, the brushwork on the attire looks fantastic. The hair I still think is off. We're nowhere near what FIFA has or NBA has on the hair physics. It's still choppy, in my opinion. We'll have to see how well that fares in the future. Macho Man, as far as I could tell, was the same entrance animation from the trailer. That's for sure. There'll be plenty of the streams of 2K22, providing it's really good. Kevin Owens, look, Owens looks great. Some of these screenshots I've not seen before either. So it's just nice seeing the perspective on it. Lighting, I mean, yeah, 2K15, the jump from 14 to 15 was great graphically. And in fact, 16 and 17 sometimes were a step back graphically, I would say, from the renders. This feels like the same with 20 to 22 with that next gen up span. It could work really well, or they focus so much on the graphics the gameplay suffers from it. Until we physically get to play it, and it's only 7 weeks till launch. We'll find out more in the future. Simple as that. I don't make a list, no, I just play whoever and whenever. Is that I love the Shinsuke's model looks awesome. I'm assuming that's Bobby Roode's jawline there, blurred away. If we could get blurriness like this in highlight reel and stuff, and that's one thing that sounds like is not been improved. From an interview with Brian with Lionel Jinx, Lionel said that the highlight reel hadn't been updated, so it's pretty much the same. And if that is the case, that's a huge disappointment. We want to be able to do screenshots like this and be able to do awesome thumbnails and do custom matches and for universe mode and stuff like that, where we can do our own cutscenes with our own camera angles and stuff. Not being able to have that access would be disappointing. But again, I've not seen it. I'm just going by what Lionel Jinx had said. I don't think that's... Well, it could be Seth. It looks more like Bobby, though. Oh, is it the glove that's the giveaway? Oh, you're right. Absolutely, it's Seth. Yeah. Well done. Well done, Diggy. Bobby. Woo! Bobby Lashley. We've got Becky. The press conference, little clips have been put up here and there. And I don't know if 2K are going to upload it properly or not. But there was questions from it that certain publications have posted on their own social media feeds. To be honest, the press conference wasn't massively detailed, to be honest. The only thing I can remember from it was Ray saying HBK versus him and Ray versus Eddie at WrestleMania were two of the matches, if memory serves. Oh, and Undertaker. That was another one. So three matches on that. Roman Reigns. I'm not fussed about that one. But is Sheamus. Holy cow, that beard. The beard looks totally... It looks weird. It almost looks too real. Like it's sticking out from the rest of the body. That's a weird facial. Really weird facial on that. Right, what have we got? Announced trailer that got posted an hour ago. We can go through that in a second as well. Let's click on this. For more information of pre-ordering, including how to cancel your order, blah, 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 blah. Pre-order now and receive 3-day exclusive access. You get it 3 days early if you buy the Deluxe or the NW for Life Edition. It comes with all the bonus digital content, including the Deluxe. Pardon me. The Deluxe Edition for both PS4 and PS5. Introducing MyGM. It's not GM mode, it's MyGM. Start your career, finish the competition, run the ring with your faction. My faction does seem to be very much an Ultimate Team style scenario on that. It's at the NWO stuff, gets you 4 playable NWO characters. I need to get the spiel because this is actually very lackluster to tell you what's in it. PlayStation haven't given everything away. Let me get my little it's not a dirt sheet. Let me just get the file. Scroll down. I've enlarged this way too much. NWO for Life Edition is $119. How much is it costing us in UK? 105 quid. That's not a bad exchange rate. Edition, Standard Edition, and bonus connection. You get NW for Life comes with My Faction, Evo cards, and alternate NW attires for Hollywood Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and 6, plus a playable Eric Bischoff character. Bischoff character's pretty decent. Sold Out 97 and Bash at the Beach 96 arenas and the NWO Wolfpack Championship. Does that warrant? The question is, $20 more. That's the kicker. It's £20. It's actually £20 difference as well. That's a huge difference between the deluxe. With $99.99 and it's 85 quid. We've actually been shorted in the UK for the NWO for Life edition. Realistically, it should be 100. Realistically, honestly, it should be 100 quid, not 105. Just go in for the excursion rates. Anyone that pre-orders Standard Edition cross-gen will receive the Undertaker Immortal Pack, which includes additional Undertaker personas. They're not calling them attires this year, they're calling them personas. So, is that linked so we can only have one of them playable at any one time compared to previous games where they were individual characters? I don't know the answer to that question yet. So, if someone has said that, like one of the Vibe guys, I've not heard that in an interview yet. Well, will DLC for NWO come out separately? There's always a possibility. Yeah, I don't know. Supports update online players. That hasn't been done before for the Rumble. No, because the Rumble matches were 8 players offline. There was never the option to do 8 players online at any point. Let me just grab this. Friends who are pre-ordered. 2 of my friends have already pre-ordered it, apparently. Is there more screenshots in here that we might have missed? No. Oh, here's the editions. Here we go. Why couldn't you had this when I clicked on the NW for Life? Starcade, Mysterio, Undertaker. Get this. Get the same again, but PS4 and PS5. Get this. You get the Season Pass, the 3-day early access. And then this one, Season Pass, and the NWO for Life. Pardon me. Yes, supports up to 8 players online. Yes, this is the first wrestling game for the WWE anyway that supports 8 players online, which is great because, to be honest, like people said, there's Money in the Bank, which is 8 player. There's 4v4 tags that would be coming handy. Could we get Fatal 4-way tags? I would love to see it. Probably not. Love to see it though. So to have that option online to be able to do pretty much any match type, providing every match type offline is playable online, awesome. That's one I want to see. Because we've had that issue for years. There was times where you had Elimination Chamber, and you couldn't do it online. Or you could do triple threat tags, but you couldn't do them online. Like, it's just a server thing. I mean, the game is there. I would love 30-man Rumbles to be available online and have a rotating system like we had with WWE 12 and SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. We're going to be actually doing a Royal Rumble event. Those games are still playable online. So next week on Saturday for the Rumble, we are doing it. So get your 360s dusted off and get your copy of WWE 12. We are going to do a 40-man Rumble. It's 12 players online. Technically, it's 6 people in the ring at once, but it's 12 people in the lobby. It's going to be good. Oh, there's so many screenshots on Twitter. I have grabbed a few of them. The Seth Rollins one is awesome. I'm going to try and see if I can get this shown. Let me just grab it. There's a couple actually. The Shayna Baszler hasn't been seen either. Let me drag and drop. Okay, if I do this, yeah, here we go. So this looks like to be the GM mode screen. Sasha, Rhea Ripley, there's Dolphy Ziggler, Riddle, Finn Balor, Becky Lynch, Roman and Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode. No, it's Bobby Lashley. Bobby Roode. I just love saying it. Next screenshot, here's Shayna. Shayna's model is just awesome. The attires really pop. There's no question about this. They have spent a lot of effort getting the attires to pop for this next gen's thing. Another Ray. Again, look at the attire. Look at the zooming in on certain things. Looks great. Here is Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. Let me just let me just get this. I want this to zoom in. How dare it not let it do it? Oh, well. Again, looks like great. Here's some of the overalls that 2K has put on the website. I'm in disagreement with pretty much all of this. Scott Hall getting 90, the same as Edge. Honestly, Hall of Famer that's still wrestling. 92 for Hogan, 90 for Nash. I mean, Nash at 90, he must be going like a steam train for an overall of 90. Unless his speed is like -10, we're going to have an issue, I think. Ray's health is obviously going to be 0 for him to be at 90. Do you know if the pre-order covers were shy? I've bought previous 2K games on PlayStation before, and the digital deluxe version never showed on the PlayStation menu. I think because Gallo, when you buy the deluxe, it's basically an extra DLC. It'll just be the normal cover and just extra content added in. That's normally what happens. Have you watched the Vibe into it? There's something that Dalton announces that when he played an Extreme Rules match, there was no restrictions on where to place weapons. Yes, I did hear that, Rainbow. I didn't pay too much attention to the interviews yet, all the interviews yet, because there was quite a lot, and the Vibe guys themselves have done their own videos as well, explaining their play style. They're the only 3 creators that have had access to the game thus far. So that I'm aware of. There could be more. People are under NDAs all the time. So I mean, we didn't even know. No one gets told of it. So hopefully their experience is not going to change the game in any way, because chances are they didn't play the game that long ago. Being restrictive where the table was and ladder was a huge annoyance. No question. It definitely downsided the game. To get back to normality almost is good. You can tell from the trailer. I'm going to show it from the trailer, actually. Let me just go through. We're going to show the weapon drop. I just got to find it. I think it's this way. Yeah. The chair bends. So I've got to go really slow. I'm going to do this frame by frame. The chair is not flat compared to previous games. The chair will bend by the looks of things, which is much better. Whoever did this animation did not think this through, because the chair literally does go through Big E, which happens in 2K20 and most of the other games as well when you do this shot. Can't be helped. And it's the same animation and stuff, same reaction animation too. I double checked it. But you can see the damage on the table, on the chair. Now I go to the table. Scroll back, scroll back, scroll back, scroll back. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, here we go. Do. Oh, look. There's a table. Table breaks. Table flying. And the table. Look at the detail on the table. Far better as well. Far better. It doesn't look like garbage. Table moving about as well. Still a little bit issue of there's the table leg going through the table, but graphically it looks a lot better. Well, hopefully the chairs disintegrate over time, because having unlimited weapon hits, baseball bat, has always been an annoyance in the gameplay. So hopefully that gets rectified. That's what I really want. And we have seen multiple attires for quite a few characters already. We also have combo breakers in the game, which just makes me think of Mortal Kombat. I think this version of the game is not going to be as simulation aspect as what people realise. The fact that they're adding combos and combo breakers turns that more into the fighting style of games, like All Stars in all honesty, rather than to the realistic grappling game that it was before. Wrestling games aren't about combos and fights. There's periods, obviously, in chains in telling the story of a match where you do get the strike animations and stuff, but it's mostly about the grapples. So I don't know how that's going to factor in from the playability and the realism side of things. They obviously decided to go more the arcadey route by changing the control scheme and stuff. But like I say, until I physically have it in my freaking hands, I want to know more. Not got long the way. I saw someone mention in the screenshot of King Chuck's film last year, looks like characters show damage throughout the match. His face looks bruised in that photo. Let's have a look. Well, they show sweat, so that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, sweat has been in the game for years and all. Right. Yeah, he is looking a bit busted open with a chair sort of thing, isn't it? That's certainly not like the image that Bobby Lashley has beforehand. He does look very, very beaten up in that shot. Same chokeslam animation, just going to point out. Do. And then from the back. Ouch, out. That's gonna hurt. Oh, his eyes fell out his head. I'm bouncing. Would you bounce in real life if you got chokeslammed on concrete? Or would you just thud? Answers on a postcard. I mean, Undertaker mask is probably one of the few attires they've not done before, so I understand where they've gone from that one. You obviously want the last match of Taker as an attire as well. Just make the 30 years of Undertaker mode. There we go. Job done. Oh wait, it was done. Never mind. I'm not convinced with the hair. This is Dana Brooks' hair. Still not convinced. That doesn't look great in my opinion. When I saw that Drew McIntyre with that iPad, I thought there would be a smaller version of the game on mobile. Yeah, it's a little bit cheeky, wasn't it? Almighty Bobby Lashley there. Some other t-shirts over here. It's a bouncing baby Lashley. The hair is better than 2K20, and there's certainly on short hair seems to be a hell of a lot better. Hell of a lot better. I'm just not liking these sort of strands of tape. Oh, Braun probably just chokeslammed him at 50 miles an hour, so it's just the ricochet effect of it caused it to happen. Yeah, Tim the Tap Man getting killed by the Undertaker. That's the Undertaker's hair. That's... Yeah, there's better games out there with hair. I have to say this. NBA has got the hair. It's still blocky. It's still blocky in my opinion. I'm not impressed. Long hair needs to be adjusted. Short hair looks great. Street Profits. I'm assuming that's Money in the Bank. I'll just go for. I'm just gonna click one frame at a time. It's weird. When I was prepping for this, I didn't spot by frame. By the way, the tires are popping even in moving images. Look at just me pausing it. Steps look great. There's no question the next gen's going to look phenomenal. Bobby doesn't look bruised here, so yeah, the whole bruisement I would concur is correct on this. Ultimate Warrior, this is the same attire as Warrior from 2K20, so it's a little bit, the ropes are not great on this side, I would say. Where's going to be bold? Seems like there will be no custom music, otherwise they would have already announced it. Custom music causes like copyright issues, I would say. There's obviously going to be Machine Gun Kelly authorized produced music that curated by him, by the sounds of things. The moonsault. This is what I don't get. Okay, I don't get this. So for the trailer, Ray has the line salt, the second rope springboard moonsault in the game. For some reason, for 2K22 for this trailer, he's been given the top rope one. Like, honest to hell, if you're going to flip and do it, I don't think Ray can do that anymore. Anyway, old animation. Just putting that out there. We're going through the chair. I wonder. Ka-ching. That's a text. What have we got? No, garbage. Spam you. EST of WWE here. Look, think of the children seeing a chair shot. Think of the frickin' children. I know, where's proper gameplay, Legion? We are literally 7 weeks away, near enough. 7 weeks until the game comes out. Under 7 weeks if you count for the early access as well. We've not got long. Hopefully us creators, other creators get a hold of the game sooner rather than later and we can give our thoughts on it. The closer it gets to release date, the more scared I'm getting. Right. John Cena looks... John Cena sucks. No, he doesn't. EST change messages. Ding, 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 ding. There is Bianca Belair. Naomi, we're saying, is the same entrance as well. New attire, of course. Kofi attire looks great. Neck breaker off the ladder. Old animation. I like to use Seth a lot in this. Miz is like, ow. Alright, then we get to MyGM mode. Adam Pearce on the end. Adam Pearce in the game, guys. Adam Pearce. Maybe they will, Ishan. I honestly, if I will be under NDAs, I will have no clue what their process is or what 2K have got for them. We'll just have to wait and see if they get to show stuff early. But even their opinions on the game don't give a rat's ass. In all honesty, if the only person's opinion that I care about for playing the game is my own opinion, because I will like the game or I won't like the game. I can give you guys an opinion and you can decide to play it yourself, and if you form the same opinion as me. I always want to play what I don't trust what people say. I don't care what people say. I want my own first-hand feel of the game to give my own honest impressions. Always have, always will. Because I run a game shop. Look, I run a video game store. I sell these games. I will sell games that I think will sell because they're fun or they're good. I will buy them brand new. If a game's not going to be good, I'm not going to buy those copies. So to get early access on some games benefits a retailer because we actually get to decide how many copies then we can buy in before the game comes out. It happens less and less nowadays that retailers actually get early access to copies, so we have to trust inconvenience certain people. But ultimately, you get a gut feeling for a lot of things. It's like Game Pass. If this game was on Game Pass, no one will buy the Xbox One copy. It's not going to go on Game Pass for launch anyway. But you understand, physical is a whole different kettle of fish. So, my opinion, I want to play it. If I can play it, I'll adjust my opinions. And then that will help me on how many copies I can potentially sell in my shop. Okay. I wouldn't distrust Vibe, Ozma. I mean, I'm a 2K Next maker as well, okay? Vibe have done stellar work on doing 2K content when 2K20 has been a pile of dog poo, okay? I'm using facial flipping animations. I've not got a webcam on. Fantastic. But it is still there. It's 3 people that share the same house. They've said that it's the first time they've had fun with a wrestling game in ages. Now that can be a good sign. We'll see how the longevity of that lasts as well. We'll see a lot of things when it happens. We see Viking Raiders there. Let me just fast forward this. Table match is free, but normal match costs 0. Openers. Your opener main events. Oh, yeah. I've not paid attention to this. Your opener main event with the highlights of your show, and as they should be, focusing on raising the quality of your matches for higher show results. And it's showing the expectation between Raw and SmackDown. So there was a 2-star rating, and the opener 1.5 for Raw, 1.5 for mid-card, 1.0 and 2.0. So it beat Raw handsomely. Sounds familiar. It's because Raw's 3 hours, guys. GMO looks to be in a basketball hole. for this Ricochet entrance. Cool, so we're getting you ready. The Shotzi tank, awesome. Blue Thunder Bomb, Protoblood, and whatever. Look at that hair by Cena. Look at that. Look at that lovely hair. Look at it. Love it. Love it. Sasha, now, I don't know if it's just this particular angle, because some of the Sasha Wender pictures that we've seen today have been phenomenal. I'm not particularly... I think it might just be a lighting thing. You know how with Creative Superstars in 2K20, you've got people grab like a photo image of a superstar's face and place it on, but then you don't get the lighting on the face because it just stayed on one shade. That's kind of what this looks like. It just... The lighting doesn't change on our face at all, even though the lights are flashing. I think that happens with Bianca as well. I think it does, yeah. Like, the lighting doesn't change despite there being lights everywhere. I don't know if that's if they've been using PS4 footage there compared to PS5. More likely first week in February, which didn't reveal the roster. Well, Joseph, you say that, but 2K20's roster was revealed about 2 weeks before launch. It was less than 2 weeks before launch the roster got revealed. We were panicking like mad last time. That it was so flipping late. Never understood it. Oh, okay, you want an indie fed. According to the intro to MyGM. Maybe you do, I don't know. Again, not had access to the game, I'm just trusting people. I might change my intro, by the way, so it's now called It's My Sword because of this scene. I might just make that my intro from now on. And as you see, here's the 3 versions here. And on the Ministry Taker, Recent Taker, Broken Face Yokozuna Taker. See, I still don't like Drew's hair as well. The long hair seems to be not anywhere near as good as the short hair and balding people. Who else have we not seen? I don't look. Having Tim the Tatman there was great. I watched him trying to do Fall Guys last year and spending long ass time when I got 5 wins in a row on the first day. Just saying. But I don't think you would necessarily needed him to publicize the trailer. I feel that was a wasted expense, to be honest. You could have got anyone, to be honest. To be honest, you could have just got the Vibe guys. I mean, Brandon's here. You could have just got Brandon to start the intro. It would have made no difference, I think. They've paid Tim the Tatman to advertisement revenue, of course, as well. He's done a promoted tweet for it. There is little bits of Easter eggs as well. You see classic Undertaker attire here as well. So we might see quite a few versions of Undertaker in this game. I mean, Lily's dead. How is Lily still alive? Original Bro, Riddle. Xavier, get your costume. Get your costume. No? Oh well. Oh, there's a briefcase there. Someone just having the briefcase. There's a lot of broken chairs here. I'm going to try and see if we can get... I'm sure there's a shot. Come on, move forward. There we go. A lot of broken chairs. Ding, 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 ding. Let's just move that forward. Now you see 2 little things here. I think this is just old footage. Very briefly, you can see Ray. Someone's on a ladder. Could it be Ray? Could it be? Probably. But then you've also got Ray going up the steps. Old entrance, as far as we remember. Well, 2K20 Sasha wasn't atrocious. Some models were much better than others. Let me just scroll down. We'll get to see Dominic again. And we see a short little entrance. Again of Ray posing. And a lot of different masks. A lot of different masks. Right. The first proper gameplay we got to see in the trailer was this. The Pump Handle Ghostbuster. Oh no. Wrong button. This is an animation that is also in 2K20. flippity flop flip flip is an exact animation. Nothing to be smarking about or anything like that. And then this taunt that comes immediately after it, Bianca also has in the game for 2K20. A lot of the gameplay that was shown mixed in with live action footage just seems to be off compared to the actual footage they've shown for the rest of the trailer. That's just my opinion. Like, I'm not comfortable with that image compared to what else has been shown. I think it's not up to par compared. This should be better, but I think that dumbs it down a little bit. I would like to also inquire about getting a 2K HQ t-shirt. If anyone can supply me one, that'd be fan-dabba-doozy. Joining forces. Right, fast forward. Right, Claymore, Roman, Drew, Uso, I'm the one. Is that AJ's? There's a few attires here. It's really weird to see on a tablet. Oh, they've got 2K mugs as well. Can I get a 2K mug? I would like to, as much of the freebie stuff that they used for this trailer. I'll take also Drew McIntyre's sword. Just saying, Scottish. 2K Transpo. What? Could they not afford the RT? What? Is that an American term? Or did they just completely botched this? Like, Transpo. Is that like someone help me with that one? Someone please help me. Answers on a postcard. Paul Heyman had the ride of his life driving that. Just going round the. I think it'd be just fun to go around an arena all day and just be on a golf buggy. Right, building greatness. Spirit. Burn it down. Reigns' model is fine, but again, I think it's just the footage from outside the game. As mentioned earlier, there is bruise marks on Bobby Lashley's face, so we definitely have some annoying damage being affected on them, which adds into the engine. Could not they afford the RT? No, that's why reversal's now the Y button. Ka-ching. Well done. Joke of the day. 100% meta joke. Okay, this is what confused me on the trailer. So, in the game for 2K20, Rhea has the pump handle powerbomb. Riptide is also in the game, but the powerbomb gets used. And yet for the trailer, they've just given her the generic pump handle slam, which is just odd. Odd in my opinion. I would also like the Undertaker bobblehead. Undertaker must be a huge fan of Machine Gun Kelly. Glorious Bobby Roode. Big E t-shirts in the background. Street Profits. I'm sure there's money in the bank for the arena. Mostly Raw Arena gets used in this trailer. Ouch. We don't get to see enough of the table, which makes me think the table broke in such a bad way. Because look, he hits it. The table's already broken into two different pieces. The commentators' new models. Sort of from the spear you could see them from a distance. Frame before doesn't hit the table. Frame after hits the table. Frame before, no, after. The table's already split. It's a fake table. And you can see the, as I said as well, the table leg is just through there. But graphically, it looks far, far better. Far better. We'll see how the weapons, physics, and destructibility affects it this year. Jesus, the ropes are on fire. And this moonsault again annoys me that why Top rope moonsault when he had the line salt moonsault. Didn't need it. Didn't need it. Table broke way too early. I think that's the only reason they chose that camera angle. This chair is also at a very bad position. I've lost it. But there's definitely dentness. It's not an even chair. So hopefully, as damage is dealt, the chair gets more and more bent. That would be my hunch on it. We'll see. Seeing it looks awesome. We can't see him though, but he looks awesome. Believe me. The big issue, as I've said from the beginning of the stream, is repeating animations in a trailer is not a good sign. It's stunning graphics, no question, 100%. But you can't say new engine and then you don't show the engine off, because the gameplay's the same at the minute. The gameplay mechanics might be completely different, but we've still not seen anything since the April trailer to prove that. I mean, it's just decency, isn't it? And this arena looks great for Ricochet. Well, Ricochet looks great, and the arena looks great. The tank looks great. Hopefully there's more than one adjustment for that. More than one custom entrance using that tank would be great. Sasha in SmackDown, Macho Man. The big Titantron in the back really helps some of these entrances pop, in all honesty, for the video game. There was a lovely thing for it. Let me just show the commentator models, because it was said. Let me get to the spear. There we go. Corey, Byron, Michael. All look, again, top notch, in all honesty. Even from a distance, they look awesome when it comes to it. Like I said, we've been given some extra screenshots. Shayna's there, looks awesome. If the weapon wheel is still in the game and we can put ladders and tables anywhere we want again, we could do spots like off the ladder through 4 tables. I mean, I really hope there's no clashing with the tables, because a lot of the time, 4 tables, getting them in position, there was always that invisible barrier that caused a issue. And that was always a big, massive freaking problem. A huge problem most of the time. I do apologise, I'm drinking a fair bit because my throat is really dry today. Because I've been talking, obviously, doing the other videos. There was a comparison video which I made. I'm going to get the video up now. I want you guys to see it, and I want you to comment on it in the chat. Let me just grab it. Diggity dog. This is it. Let's grab it, plop it on. So on the left is 2K22, on the right is 2K20. And I've tried to get as close to the frames as possible. As I was telling you before, we've got, it's just the same animation. And like the taunt, it's the same taunt. I mean, why? They must have made. I hope the tables don't disappear, Dale, until you've picked a new table. I understand from that point of view it'd be fine. I don't want them to just disappear after like 10 seconds of the table going through. If you find a new table, I want that. Because even the referees in WWE, they clear all the shards and stuff once someone's gone through them after a little while, when the cameras aren't looking. Claymore, again, it's the same Claymore animation. Legs are spread and everything. Problem is with the highlight reel, the speed is a lot slower. The same animation with different angle. Well, I'm using different angles just to show off of it. That's all it is. They've got their own features and special camera angles. I'm just using what's available to me at the time. I was on the time constraint. So for Miz on this one, I had to give Miz the ability to throw, to do the throwing ability, so we could do the slam through the table. Didn't have the table in the right place. Again, the table constraints that 2K20 had, where you can't really have it horizontal. Little bit of annoyance. You can see 2K20. You can see 2K22 on the left. It's a carbon copy. Moonsault. Look at how high Ray gets in 2K20. Really, really high. And again, the chair. Ow. Same hit animation. Different entrance for Cena. Although it's a different... It's the same attire. I didn't twig that before. There's a slightly change of green. But it's the same attire. I've never noticed that before. We think Bianca's entrance is probably the same, although it's too early to tell. Naomi's entrance definitely looks the same. Kofi's looks like he's got a new entrance, but that is the one with pancakes and stuff. Every move animation in every trailer that has posted since April has been the same. Now, Endra's animation's totally different ball. There has been new animations, obviously we've seen stuff. But move animations has been the same. If I grab the old... I don't think I've got it on here actually, because I recorded it ages and ages ago. I don't think I've got the file. No, I don't think I do. Oh no, I do. I have 2K Dev. Here we go. Oh no, don't. I might get away with this.
Hello, you. It's MyGM.
Hello, you.
Channel 2K Dev.
So there's back in when the 2K Dev videos got pushed. I'll get this up here. Here we go. We were posting, basically just showing the entrance and how entrance was coming together, but it was the same animation for 2K20. I mean, for Dev to show how the different layers and stuff works on a brand new animation would have been great. I mean, you say that, Ricky, but the expectations are in an overload because 2K20 was absolute pile of garbage in terms of stuff. I'll still play it online, but I still know the limitations of the game are nowhere near to part of what 2K19 was. We're definitely going to do a good send-off for 2K19. I need to talk to Cornell, actually, because Cornell is one of the best players on the game for 2K19. We need to do a massive, big send-up doing good games to finish it off. But, I mean, since May, April time, first trailer, the dev videos, we've not seen move animations that are brand new to the game yet. That gives me cause for concern because you're not showing off the hit different plan. None of that has hit different bar the graphics. MyGM mode, that's brand new, but it doesn't hit different because it's a brand new thing. Hitting different is changing what you have and making it the different. And if the gameplay has changed and the engine has changed and there's combos and combo breakers, because we knew about the combos from the hit list video. In fact, can I get the hit list video up? That would be... Can I? Nope. Alright, fine. So, the hit list video. We said we'd have more updates in January, but we couldn't wait. So this was the video back in November. Prep. There was a lot of things hit back here. Let me just get this in perspective. Redesign gameplay engine. This was showing the moves, all existing animations, showing the attacks, which I want to put. I'm going to pause if I get the chance. So we have a block button. They're focusing a lot on making it a striking game rather than a grappling game. But again, not played it, so don't know. There's also finishers, signatures, payback, and stuff like that as well, all using different grapple lean type buttons as well, which could make it easier, may make it harder. I think that making it art, having trigger plus an analog stick plus the running button is too many buttons for finishers and signatures. I think that's going to be complicated. I understand the modifier for it, but we already had issues of doing RB and X for finishers before, and then running move, and then a D-pad. You could be using 4 buttons to perform a finisher. That's too much for anyone. Way too many for it. So that's my concern on that side of things. The duck fat button. I mean, Edge looks great. Bailey, we've not seen any of in this trailer, surprisingly. We noticed the damage bar, but we also noticed little icons changing as well. So we'll see what that comes into fruition. There is a learning curve, they're saying, for this game from what the Vibe guys were saying with their short spiel. 2 separate career modes, by the way. For My Rise, it's no longer called My Career. Both the male and the females take roughly to 20 to 25 hours each. The My Faction looks to be an Ultimate Team thing, which you'll get cards and stuff to unlock. But they're saying 20 to 25 to each distinct story, so we'll see how well that plays out. Creation Suite doesn't seem to... it doesn't look fantastic, but we'll see what people can make out of it. It could be God's Green Earth on it. And then here's Drew again. But Goldberg stood out as the MVP of gameplay graphics when it hit at the time. Full deals come starting January. We'll see gameplay soon enough. We will see more of MyGM mode. We will see more of My Rise, My Faction. Because there's 7 weeks left. I'd be very surprised. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It would make sense in my head that every week more information gets put out for the game. It might not happen that way. We might not get anything till February. There might be everything comes out in the next few weeks, and then we get nothing until the last week when the game comes out. We'll see how it happens. There is a lot to go for. Is there any questions about anything that people want to know about price of the games or anything like that? Let me know in the comment section below. Like I said, I've got the PS5 still up. By the way, I just want to point out 2K15 on PS3. Oh, it's on my wish list. 2K15 on PS3 is $7.99 on the PS5 store for the PS3 copy. Just saying, it's still playable online on PS3. Just saying, just in an invite. And then you can play too, because we've been playing 2K15 on PS3. Really good fun. I would prefer we could get access to 2K14, but it's still really good fun. We have a Retro Games Discord, so if you want to play old wrestling games, go and join. People play on PS3, on 360 and Parsec, playing old SmackDown vs. Raws. We played Rumble Roses, All Stars through Parsec, and like I said, we're doing WWE 12 next week for the Royal Rumble. We're going to do the 12-man mode and play that. So if you do have a 360 and that would be fantastic. Come and play with us. We'd love to get a full house this year, because we got 6 or 8 last year. 2K22, the digital deluxe for NWO for Life. Yeah, it's digital only. Digital only, £105 or $120 for their version. If I click on the normal version, we get to see the versions in all its splendor. Standard, cross-gen. So if you buy it on PS4 and you want the PS5 copy as well, or vice versa, you buy it off the store, it means you can play both the PS4 and the PS5 version of the game. We don't know the main difference between the two versions. I'd assume it's mainly graphical, but we haven't confirmed or denied. I assume it's very much like the NBA 2K22, where they did a cross-gen model. I assume it's very similar to that. Deluxe Edition, Season Pass, so you get all the extra Season Pass content, which we don't know about yet, which is an extra 50. Well, so the PS5 copy of the game is 65 quid, so for an extra 20 quid you get the Season Pass, get the game 3 days early, and you get the Undertaker Immortal Pack. And NWO for Life Edition is £20 on top of that to get the NWO stuff, the extra arenas, and Eric Bischoff as a playable character as well. My issue, it's kind of a big issue actually. I'm going to load up 2K20. I'm going to get out of here. It might just boot up straight away. I have an issue of characters that are already in the previous game being under a paywall. Now, Bischoff is fantastic to have brand new character, but Nash is in the game, Scott Hall's in the game, X-Pac's in the game. They're all in the game. I don't understand the paywall on existing characters. This happened years ago with The Rock. The Rock was a free character, and then they made him DLC the year after, and it was frowned upon completely. I wouldn't even say they're in the game. Like, Scott Hall. Let's see. Scott Hall. I mean, Let's get Kevin Nash. Just calling 6 instead of X-Pac doesn't justify the £20 increase, in my opinion. There's Kevin Nash. Let's get Hogan. Granted, it's red and white Hogan, not black and white Hogan, but I mean, is that justification? Say for X-Pac? Because if it's just these renders when we get to it, hopefully this should have been facial scanned, and apparently anyone that is alive had got facial scan for this game, so we should see graphical improvements. But they didn't cost anything in the game before, did they? This year, X-Pac was in my career for 2K20, so I have an issue with that. Yeah, it was unlockable in SVR 2011, but DLC for W12. You can't justify. I don't see the justification for the extra money. The arenas, yes. Bischoff, yes. That's disappointing in my opinion. Hopefully there will be an option to buy that separately. This should have been additional characters that hadn't been in the game this year to use as that reason. Like CM Punk, that would have been fantastic. Not going to happen anytime soon. It's just one of those things. Well, yeah, exactly. Its previous deluxe edition has special edition DLC. Again, some of the DLC guys in those games were already in the game the previous year. Always made no sense to me why that was the case. I'll just boot this back up so we get WWE on here. Diggity dog. I've got about 20 minutes more, so any questions about what's been given that you're unsure about, let me know. Happily to go through anything. Hollywood Hogan needs a remodel if they're going for the slimmed down WCW version. Absolutely, Dale. Hopefully that is the case and it's not just a reskin of the 2K20 version. Because if it is just Old Man Hogan, 2002 Hogan, and not 95, 96 Hogan, yeah, there's going to be an issue and it's not going to look great. We will see how we get on. Hello, Christina. There's a very valid point to put out on that. Look, just in case you've not seen some of the screenshots, if you came in late, Rock's screenshot. It looks like wrestler Rock, not movie Rock, which is probably a good thing actually. Soundtrack is created by Machine Gun Kelly, but we don't know the music listings yet. John Cena, probably one of the best screenshots, almost looks real. Certainly with the background of it. Too many circles, Backed up too much. Asuka. I mean, look. I want blur. I want motion blur for us as creators to be able to do thumbnails like that. I would love that, rather than using PaintShop Pro, Photoshop and Adobe to perform the same sort of effects. We shouldn't need to use those effects. It should be given to us in availability. Macho Man's Macho Man moveset. If he still has that Macho Man elbow, it almost feels too slow an animation. I mean, Kylie Stadium's elbow's better anyway. Just controversial opinion. Kevin Owens' hair, short hair, looks great. Blurriness, looks great. Do you think Persona will be like an alternate attire but can change their victory entrance and moveset? I don't know. I feel like it probably is to, like for the Undertaker, they have different Undertakers and they're each put into it separately. But it could just mean their movesets are also the same. Which is not what you want in a Persona, unless the whole point of them changing from alternate attire to Persona was to be able to change everything bar the facial model or the body model. Which, if that's the case, is great. We'll see if that is the case or if it's just them rebranding the alternate attire. Shinsuke looks awesome. Lashley looks great. Becky Looks great. Who's that? I'm assuming that's Bianca in the ring. That would be my big guess. The lighting's great. I'm not a fan of Becky's hair though from the back. It doesn't, again, looks too much like paper strands than actual hair, and it's long hair that seems to be the issue with this. Roman Reigns. And Sheamus. Sheamus's render, out of all of them, looks... The facial hair is just... Oh, it could be Bailey. It's too far away to know, actually. For certain. Someone eagle-eyed will know about it. Dun dun dun. Sheamus's beard doesn't look like it's attached to him. It's so bulky and it's so awesome. But I love the render though. So I want a new bro kick though. I would love a new bro kick. We deserve a new bro kick. There's a lot of move animations we deserve more of. That's for sure. That is for sure. Let me know before I go, because I've got to go very shortly, if there's any more questions that you want me to ask. I wanted to keep this to an hour 30 tops. So we're not going to wrap up as such, but I'd love inputs, theories, optics of what the trailer meant to you. Do you love the graphics? Is that your key selling point? Or do you, like me, prefer the gameplay? And the gameplay is the key on this. Yeah, no take a screenshot. That is actually... Well, no take a screenshot, Lee, but there is obviously footage of Taker. If I just turn this off... We obviously got a few seconds of Undertaker. Right, I say a few seconds, it was half a second. So that's what you get for Taker. Again, it's the hair that's the problem here, and there's obviously an alternate attire for Undertaker on top of that, which is his badass last rites, basically. Yeah, we've had the same bro kit for 10 years. We need a new one. We do need a new bro kit. Again, Undertaker looks great. I'm just worried about... I'm not caring about the hair, to be honest. It could be schizophrenic like in 2K20. There's just moments here that it's... Yeah, it's not to par to what it should be compared to old games. And then you get other times where it does sort of work. It needs another year and needs a new, probably, physics engine for that reason alone. Oh, Miz! Oh! It could be Jerry Lawler for the crown and robe. It could have just been the symbol King of the Ring, of course, as well. There was a Money in the Bank briefcase in that footage too. No, I think the younger model for Takeover American Badass is the match with AJ Styles. It's his last match at with the motorbike and stuff. Hall, Nash, Hogan, and Six are just tires for those characters. I mean, does that warrant the 20 quid then? If those four guys are already in the game and the attires are the bonus part, which would make sense because they showed didn't they show Hogan in a previous trailer a while back? Which would make sense actually. That's a good point. But does that warrant the 20 quid extra for 3 alternate attires? 2 extra rings? Bischoff, of course. Is Bischoff going to be NWO Bischoff playable? Is it going to be old gen Bischoff as well? Get a combination of the two. Oh, they look realistic. It'll ultimately be the divide of, we've had simulation games for so long, but now they're focusing on gameplay that is more arcadey with the combos. Does that help with the realistic of the characters? With people wanting realism in the game, this could be a step backwards in that occasion. It might not make the matches look as enticing to watch. It might not make the matches enticing to play, or it might make them more fun to play because it turns more into a video game than as a wrestling simulation. There is lots of unanswered questions here that I don't have the answers for. 3 guys got to play the game early, and that was the 3 guys at Vibe. We've not had anyone else that I'm aware of have access to it. If they do, they've been NDA'd, so we're not going to know when and where they're going to do it. It was a big shock to me to find out today that Vibe got access to the game early as well. Good for them, because they've been doing the content for the past couple of years on a game that has been absolutely garbage. And it's good to hear that they're having fun playing the 2K22 despite making content for 2K20 for 2 years. It could rob the fun out of you, absolutely. I mean, why you would still want to make content for 2K20 if it was not fun anymore? I think if you're making content for fun, awesome. If you're doing it and it feels like a workhorse, change it up. We've got cross-platform CC, but I'm thinking that certain core parts will be exclusive to the next gen, like when the other SVR games have certain parts from the next gen versions. I think it's just going to be like an HDR type thing, maybe, Ishan. From what they were saying, there's conflicting reports at the minute, and hopefully we'll get we will get clarification from 2K on it. Lionel Jinx said in an interview that PS4 players will be able to do is the same community creation shared between PS4 and the Xbox. So it's cross-platform. Some reports were that it was only cross-gen, so the PS4 community creations linked with the PS5 and vice versa, but not linked with the Xbox stuff. Now, ultimately, we want it to obviously be cross-platform. So there's one community creation server, that's it. That's what it should have been years ago. If that's the case, awesome. And that's what's been said in a press dump. But because there's been conflicting reports elsewhere, we still need a clarification on it. So hopefully, sooner rather than later, we get the notice. Let's assume that it is cross-platform at the moment, and then we'll get disappointed when it's wrong. Or if it's wrong. I shouldn't say when it's wrong. 2K do come out for us from time to time. Ministry group. I don't think there'd be too many ministry characters in the game. We don't even know the roster size. We do not know the roster size yet. We hopefully will know soon enough. But at the moment, we are absolutely clueless with 7 weeks to go, which is roughly the same sort of period. We've had the roster reveal anywhere between 6 weeks normally and 10 days. We're right in that ballpark now. Only a matter of time for it to happen. Any point. I think they might. 2K have made an announcement before saying when they'll start doing roster reveals, so I'd imagine we'll get an announcement before they actually dish out the roster. And hopefully we get overalls and stuff as well. 2K's website for WWE 2K22 has got overalls for like Edge and stuff and Ray. There's obviously been a lot more shown in the trailer, so hopefully that maybe gets pushed up as well. A lot of people digging my faction. It's a single player mode, so there's no multiplayer aspect, which I think is a bit of a disadvantage to it. I think being purely single player is going to be like My Player Towers as well. I think even having the grabbing Evo cards and that sort of thing isn't going to help the mode, to be honest, unless there's a lot of customization and we get lots of new parts for characters and stuff that can be transferred from the My Faction into Exhibition. That probably might not even be the case. Don't know. We haven't been given enough details on My Faction for that either. Highlight reel. One of the big things which did get told in an interview by Lionel, and I'm hoping it's wrong, I really do, is the highlight reel doesn't look like it's been improved. He said there hasn't been improvements. They focus so much on brand new stuff that they've ignored something that's just as vital for content creators. And that's a problem, because the highlight reel was great to grab little bits of footage. If we can record full matches in the highlight reel and then be able to pick and choose, that would have been great. But for that to be ignored and that we may only get like 7-10 seconds of footage again, that's a massive drawback. And I'm hoping, again, don't know because I've not had a chance to play it. So I'll get my hands on it, be able to play a bit of gameplay, then try and see the highlight reel and see what's there or not. Don't know. But that's a bit disappointing if that is the case, because it's been something that us creators have been banging on since the issue that 2K20 had, because it's such a cluster mess compared to 19. Such a mess. And we just want it to be as good as 19 at the very least. And if it's not, there's going to be a lot of issues, I think. Anything else? Let's see. We've got my faction, my GM mode. It hits different. I'm a little bit worried that the drafting element. Apparently, you can do it with 2 people. You can have one person drafting one roster and one doing the other, much like what Tyler Breeze and Xavier Woods were doing on Up Up Down Down. But again, not seeing anything on my GM mode other than these still. So, well, hopefully they give us more than 5 seconds, Ishan, in some cases. That would be at least an improvement. If we can get it back up to 2K19 standpoint, would be great. Not necessarily would happen now. Clickety click boom. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that we've missed. I would like to know, they're playing locally, of course, why both of them would need headsets on. I feel like they would just be playing on the TV. There would be no need. Why is Ray and Bianca needing their microphones up? They were playing against each other 3 feet away. It's such... Why? Common sense. They're in the same room. There's no need for the headset. Just something... Oh... Jeez, I didn't spot that until now as well. Why? Honestly, why? Game developers, tick. WWE Superstars. It's not game developers, tick. It's VC being the game developers. It's... Biggie's like, yeah. I love how they're just all chill. Yeah, they would just take it in turns. And MVP's like, what the hell just happened? I've got the overalls as well. Let me just... There we go. Overalls, 90 for Edge, 92 for Hogan edition. Kevin Nash, 90. Scott Hall, 90. 88 for 6. And Rey Mysterio at 90. Who will be the most? It's probably going to be Rock, isn't it? It's got to be Brock. Brock and Roman. Top 2. Soon find out. I'm going to go get some food now. If you want any thoughts and check out comparison videos that I've made already for the game, previous ones as well for SummerSlam Bill, SummerSlam trailer, go check it out on the channel. Hit that subscribe button, turn the notifications on. Follow me on Twitter, ITSMYYARD. You'll see me retweet and like various posts that I've missed and stuff over the course of the days as well. And I'll be uploading more content over the weekend, as well as streaming on Sunday for WWE 12. We're going to prep ready for the Rumble next week. So come join me, have some fun. This is all about the channel, and when we get full access to the game and able to play it and have early previews and stuff, I will keep you informed and let you know my honest opinion, and hopefully I like it, because if I don't like it, I'm